My name is Elaina Todd, and I am changing the way people protect their forest, their lands, and their seas in Guam. My community has a huge amount of marketing already happening, and so we kind of went back to the grassroots level, which in a place that's very much like the U.S. is, I find, the most successful. Meeting and meeting and meeting and talking to people and one-on-one, day after day, and just really finally getting to know these individuals and their families. Conservation is about people, and I think we need to rebrand conservation. People hear conservation, especially in Guam, and they think, oh, you want to stop us from fishing, and that's often been the case. You know, conservationists aren't the best communicators, mainly because they never stop to listen. We want to tell you all about the resource, and I think moving forward in education and conservation, it's going to help to be more strategic about what I say and how I say it, and why talk to somebody about something that's irrelevant. If you listen and find out what their need is, then you can give them the information and tools that they need to make that step.
My name is Angkana Makvilai. I'm changing illegal hunting in Thailand. I try to change people behavior to stop eating and selling white meat. I know my target audience, they have a knowledge. They know hunting is illegal. They know eating white meat is illegal. But some group of people still eating. I try to design the material and activity for support this point, to give the knowledge and attitude, change their attitude to the conservation issue. I work with the village leader first. I think that this group of people have a high power in the community. They help me to distribute my material to their villager. This is the good way for communicate to the local people.
My name is Gankhuyag Balbar. I'm changing fishing practices in Mongolia to be catch and release. My site is very countryside from the center, very remote countryside. Actually, social marketing is very new in Mongolia. In the first launch event, I showed my costumes to people. People were very excited. They making very big noise. Wow, what is this? Yeah, what nice fish, etc. Yeah. We never used big costumes, bumper stickers, also big billboards in my sites. All billboards we printed with our logo, our slogan, and photos from the local fishermen on the billboard. When people see the billboards, were very laughing. Yeah, they say, oh, they used to be real time hunters, time killers. Now they became time protectors, time savers. That's very nice, very interesting. This kind of conservation social marketing is very inspiring with the communities.
My name is Dishan Maycock, and I am changing the way fishermen fish lobsters in Abaco and the rest of the Bahamas. A lot of fishermen use the excuse that underwater things appear to be bigger, and so it's very difficult for them to measure. They didn't have the tools that were necessary, the lobster gauges, and so we gave the fishermen the tools that they said that they were lacking. And as a result of providing these tools to the fishermen, we've seen major changes in their behavior. And the fishermen, they are very proud to know that they are part of an industry that is such a big industry in my country. I think this campaign has even allowed them to understand, just how important their role was in the magnitude that they have contributed to the overall development of the Bahamas by just being a fisherman. Ultimately, they are the ones that is responsible for managing their resources.
I am Balbar. I am changing hunting practice in eastern Mongolia, and the mass media is very important in my site. That's why we select seven different mass media, which is local FM radio works in my campaign site, which is town, and another national radios works in around all of Mongolia, and herders can listen everywhere. We actually just sending text SMS to local herders, and we're collaborating with Mobicom Corporation, and we can managing that each SMS sending to locals actually, and then sending each hunting regulations and hunting orders to them, and still herders keeping SMS, and when they want to see and looking at SMS, also their responsibility sending to neighbors and friends, and also another responsibility, they send back any feedback to Mobicom Corporation. SMS work. That really works in countryside. Actually, people know about hunting law regulations, and they can keep in SMS still too.
My name is Margaret Tabunakawai, and I'm helping change the way people protect the marine resources back in the Fiji Islands. Of the many materials and workshops that we conducted for the Pride campaign, one of the things that really stood out were the leadership and management training. And these were targeted for our chiefs, mainly to help them make much better decisions on natural resource management, and to help them control conflicts and dissolve conflicts that happened within their community to do with marine protected areas. And they changed a lot of their fishing regulations because they saw that these fishing methods were detrimental to the marine ecosystem and the marine life. The trainings were specific for them, and they were the only audience within that workshop. I felt that connection just between the facilitators and them got them thinking about certain things that they can change. And they've also been informed to try and include communities more when they make their decisions, instead of them having to sit at the very top and just make it themselves, but to include the community more and to hear more what the community has to say, because at the end of the day, it's the community's bread and butter. It's their people's bread and butter that they have to work hard for.
My name is Gildas Andriamalala, and I'm changing the way people fish in Madagascar. People in the southwest coast of Madagascar are Vezu, and Vezu are calling themselves people of the sea. At the moment, they're all happy about what we introduced them, because we introduced them the no-take zone, the marine reserve. This marine protected area, it's governed by laws. And mostly now, the government of Madagascar trusts the local law to be applied in terms of community-based management of resources. And that's what we are doing now, implementing a community law to manage the resources. But it's very powerful because the community taking charge of everything. They manage it themselves. They do it by their own initiative.
My name is Santi Saypanya, and I'm changing illegal hunting in Nam Purei National Protected Area in Lao PDR. The RARE campaign is focusing on the action that, the clear action and simple action that we want our target audiences to act. As what I have changed in me is I'm becoming a social marketer. Any materials that I have seen, I keep thinking and keep asking the question to that materials and to that why they do this, why they do that, why they do. So I become a social marketer. That's how I feel.